Hi, and welcome to this training on how to use SEO or search engine optimization to supercharge your content so that you get more traffic, better leads, and ultimately make more money in your business. I'm Rachel Lindhagen, president and founder of Etched Marketing and Etched Marketing Academy, and I am so glad that you have chosen to join me here today. My promise is that you're going to learn how SEO, search engine optimization, can supercharge your website or blog's content so that you get more organic traffic, better quality leads, and ultimately make more money. So you may be wondering, is this class live? I'm going to be super honest, it's not. This is pre-recorded. I did this so that it's at your convenience. You can watch it when you're ready, not just when I'm available, because that kind of stinks when you go to take a class and none of the times work with your schedule. So I wanted to make this easier for you. Now, with that said, even though it's recorded, I'm here. I'm at my desk recording this for you. I have closed my email, I've turned my phone off, I've done all of that so that I can be here and be present and focus. And I'm going to ask that you do the same because you're going to get a lot more out of this class if you are not multitasking. If you're paying attention, grab your pen and your notebook. Make sure you're ready to take notes because we're going to go through a lot of stuff that's going to really help you with your website and blog performance, okay? If you are a business owner, a realtor, a course creator, an entrepreneur, someone with a website or blog, or you're in the process of having your website built, and you know you need traffic, you need leads, you need good leads. You need to be able to sell more products, book more services, enroll more students, whatever it is to grow your business. You, my friend, are in the right place. I promise this will work for you if you learn how to do SEO, search engine optimization, the right way, and you pair it with your content marketing. I have been doing this for clients for more than a decade. I know how powerful this combo is, and I am so excited to be able to teach you what you can do with it. And so you're here for a reason. You maybe want to learn about search engine optimization, even if you're not sure where to start. Maybe you're kind of afraid of trying because you've heard it's like this giant, complicated mountain to climb and it's so techy, and it's not. So take all those ideas out of your head right now. This is going to be much, much easier for you to understand. You just needed to find somebody who could speak human being, and that's exactly what I do. I teach SEO in a way that makes it easier to understand. Maybe you've tried SEO and it's not worked and you keep hearing how great it is, but you're not getting any organic traffic and you're not really sure what in the world to do different. What have I done wrong because it's not working? Well, I'm going to walk you through what to do to make sure that it works for you, okay? Because there are some really simple mistakes that people make that do make it so it doesn't work and you don't get the results, and I want to make sure that you're not making those. Maybe you have a website or a blog, but no one reads it. Is your mom the only person who reads your blog, or your best friend or your dog? We're going to fix that. I'm going to show you how to make sure that you are creating content that people actually are interested in, and what to do so that Google wants to show it to even more people, because that, my friend, is how all of this works. Maybe you're like I was when I started the business and you do not have a budget for ads, or thanks to all the iOS changes, they've gotten unreasonably expensive. You're not getting the ROI that you needed. They're just simply not working anymore. You need to figure it out. You need more website traffic, but you are really done just putting money in what feels like the Facebook slot machine and praying that something happens. Maybe it's time to focus on something else. So I'm really super curious, and if you'll put your answer in the comments, they come right to me. So even though it's recorded, I still get all of those in the email, and I love to see what everybody's saying, what's impacting you, why you're joining these training classes. So are you number one? I don't know how to start. Are you number two? My goodness, I've tried it and it is not working and I don't know what to do. Are you number three? Nobody can find me. Nobody reads my website. you can't even figure out where it is? Or are you number 4, I can't afford ads, but I definitely need traffic? Or I tried ads and they're not working anymore. They've just gotten cost prohibitive for me. So super curious what brought you here today. What I want you to know, most important, is whatever the reason is that you're here, you're in the right place. You can learn this. You can get more traffic to your website or blog. You can get the leads coming into your business. You can start selling more, booking more services, enrolling more students. Whatever your conversion is, you can increase this with the combination of SEO and content. I know for a fact this will work in your business because I have done this with clients in all sorts of industries over years and years and years now, more than a decade. I know this will work. So if you're a business owner and you're looking for a quick fix or a shiny object, and you're not going to want to do the work, you're not going to want to do the optimization, you're not going to want to write the blog post, whatever it is, that's okay. But I'm going to save you time. Go ahead and just leave the class now, because this is not a shiny object. It is not a quick fix. It is a strategy. It is going to take a little bit of time on your part to write content or to update the optimization on your website. You will need to learn how to do this. But if you're willing to learn, this is a long-term strategy that can change everything and can turn those blog posts that you write into blog posts that drive leads for the next 5 years. Personally, my best trafficked website pages, my best trafficked blog posts are about 5 years old. So this is something that can change the trajectory of your business for years to come. But if you're looking for the quick fix, you don't want to have to do the work, it's not going to be for you, okay? I just want to set that up right in the beginning because I don't want to waste your time. I want you to be here because you're excited, and I want you to understand that it takes a little time to make it work, but the results are amazing. It's very much like your retirement account. You put a little bit in, you put a little bit in, you put a little bit in, you feel like nothing's happening. And then one day you look and you're like, whoa, that got big. SEO is very much the same way. It can take between 12 and 24 months to really take hold. You'll see some little incremental increases before that. But at that 12 to 24 month mark, you'll start to see big changes. And you'll start to see lots of traffic coming in. And we'll talk about how all of this works in the next few minutes, because I really want you to understand how it works, because it's a lot easier to get excited about it if you understand why you're doing it. So I want to start off real quick by just sharing a story with you, because I've been where a lot of you are. So let's just chat through this. I want you to go way back machine with me to 2016. I was the senior director of SEO and content marketing for a large New York-based ad agency. I was in and out of Manhattan on a regular basis, even though I lived in Arizona. I oversaw the Scottsdale office. I flew around the country speaking at industry conferences. This picture here is actually from me speaking at one in London in 2016. So super exciting, loved my life. It was really cool. Except I also had a little guy who was born in the summer of 2015, and that world that was so amazing and awesome, and the 6-figure job and all of that pre-family was not as awesome post-family, because I wanted to spend more time with this guy. That fall of 16, the agency was sold to an investment firm, and there were a bunch of us who were laid off. Within 90 days of them taking over, my role was eliminated, and I really was scared. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to continue my career, but I also wanted to be a more present mother, because I had been traveling so much and my schedule was the way it was. I had missed out on more than I was comfortable with missing out on. I needed balance so desperately. I dreamt of going out on my own for over a decade, but I never felt like I had enough experience. I never felt like I was where I needed to be. I was not a 2-year expert. I was somebody who really felt like you need to know more to be able to do it. Well, in the spring of 2017, I finally took the plunge. And this guy and I got to spend a whole lot more time together. But I didn't have a lot of money for ads to grow my business because, hello, my family had just taken a 6-figure hit to our budget and I didn't have clients yet. So we sure weren't going to take a bunch more money when we've already removed almost $10,000 a month out of our family budget. We're not going to start taking a bunch more money and investing that in ads to grow this new business. I had a website, but it wasn't getting any traffic. But I knew that I could change it because I knew that SEO would work and I knew what kind of content to write. So I started blogging every single week. I set up my social media channels. I did all of that. And it was hard. There were days where I considered giving up. I'd look at jobs on LinkedIn. I knew I could make more money immediately if I went back to corporate. But I couldn't imagine giving up that flexibility and my time with this little guy. He's like 2 in this picture. I just couldn't give it up. I knew it would work. I knew that SEO and content marketing would grow my business, but they were going to take time. And it is hard to be patient at times. And I knew that it was going to be hard. And we said, give it 5 years. You're going to see such a huge difference in the trajectory of the business 3 to 5 years from now. So here we are. Today, it is 5 years later. Organic traffic is my largest traffic source. It's up 744% since the very beginning. It sends me hundreds of leads. Leads are up 562%. And those blog posts that I wrote in the days that no one read my blog send organic traffic every single day. They do exactly what they were supposed to. It just took time. And that little guy, he's now 7. He's in the 2nd grade. I work 2 to 3 days a week, generally 2, but 3 if I need to add on. If I've got extra clients, I need to, get a little more done. My business thrives whether I'm in the office or not. I am able to take the time to take him on vacation. This was spring break. We went to San Diego. We met my best friend and her daughter, and we spent a long weekend, just the moms and the kids, at the ocean. We had a blast. I'm also able to volunteer in his classroom. I'm able to spend time there each week helping little kids learn how to read, it makes my heart so happy to work with the little kids and to help them. I could not have done that if I'd stayed in the corporate world. So that's my reason for doing this, for working with the clients that I work with and teaching these things. So who am I other than a mom to that super awesome 7-year-old who was my reason I didn't want to go back to corporate and never see him? I am what's considered a Google SEO and content marketing expert. I have been at this. I've been in marketing for more than 20 years at this point. I hate admitting that because it ages me. I've been in SEO for 12. I have led the SEO and content strategies for Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 100 companies, the biggest brands out there. I promise you have bought, at some point, you have bought a product from a client that I worked with when I was at the agency because we worked with some of the largest e-commerce retailers in the country. I have a BA, bachelor's in journalism, and I have an MBA in marketing, which means I can help you connect with your ideal customer and figure out what story to tell. And I can teach you how to read the numbers on the back end to make sure that you're getting an ROI, a return on investment for your time. I'm also an entrepreneur, a wife, a mom, and a stepmom. I have a bonus daughter who is a junior in college. Yes, our kids are in the 2nd grade and college. They're 12 years apart. That's just how life happened. So if you follow any of the industry publications, you can see me, you can find me in different places. I write for Marketing Land and Search Engine Land. I've been featured on the LinkedIn marketing blog. I was labeled one of the top 100 content marketing influencers in the world, along with some of the people that I look up to and respect the most, which was super exciting for me. Now, enough about me. Let's get back to you. What are you going to learn today? You are going to learn about SEO or search engine optimization. We're going to start at the beginning. What the heck is it and why does it matter to my business? Then we're going to talk a little bit about Google, SEO, and organic traffic, because SEO or search engine optimization is how you get organic traffic to your website or blog. Then we're going to go in and we're going to talk all about SEO keywords, because keywords are super, super important. And that's where most people make mistakes when it comes to their SEO. So we're going to talk in depth about keywords. And then finally, I'm going to walk you through what to do for SEO on your website or blog so that you can supercharge your content. And then I'm going to let you in on how we can work together if you're ready to really take things to the next level and you want to take the easier route. So I'm here to help you. It's what I love to do. I can teach you how to use SEO to supercharge your website so that you get more organic traffic, better quality leads, and you make more money from your website or blog. So let's jump right in. Step number one to supercharge your content is to better understand what the heck SEO is. So this is the first question that I get from almost every new client and a lot of my students is, what exactly is search engine optimization? So straight from the dictionary, it is the process of maximizing the number of visitors to a website or blog by ensuring the site appears high on the list of results returned by a search engine. So the key to getting more traffic lies in integrating content with search engine optimization and social media marketing. And we're going to talk about how all of this plays a role and how it all works together. So what are things that people might search? How do I choose the right preschool? What are jewelry trends in 2022? Mother's Day gift ideas. These are all things that people might be searching. What I want you to think about is, what would your ideal customer be searching for? What questions might they be asking? Because there's a very good chance that is some of the content that you're going to want to create. So why do we want to do search engine optimization? So let's talk about this from a cost standpoint. The clicks on organic listings are free. Clicks on ads cost money. You don't need a budget to get traffic from search engine optimization. It's also incredibly scalable. Once you understand what to do to rank high at the top of Google for one page, you can replicate that again and again and again. So you can go from ranking at the top of Google for one word, driving 10 visits a month, to ranking at the top of Google for 10 words, driving 100 visits a month, to ranking at the top of Google for 50 words, driving 500 visits a month, and on and on and on. Once you understand the process that I teach, you can create blog posts or website pages that will drive traffic for years to come. That's the next thing here, is it never ends. A well-optimized blog post or website page can drive traffic, leads, and sales for years. Like I shared with you, those blog posts that I wrote in 2016 and 2017, those still drive traffic and leads for my business every day. And in research, we know that consumers trust the organic listings more than paid ads. Organic is believed to be better or more trustworthy than paid ads in consumers' eyes. The other thing I want you to understand is the difference in the click-through rate, meaning the number of people who see your listing and click on it versus an ad. With Google Ads, we see about 3% as an ideal or target click-through rate, meaning 3 out of 100 people who see your ad click on it is good. With organic traffic, that number one position gets anywhere from 34 to 37% based on which research study you're looking at. So 34 to 37 out of 100 people who see your website, if you're in position one, are going to click and come to your website versus 3% if you're in an ad. The reason that the number is so much higher is when people are searching on Google, they're actively searching for the information that you are optimizing for. They're looking for a solution. Now, when we go over to Facebook, our target click-through rate over there is 1%. That means it's good if 1 out of 100 people click. And the reason that that is on Facebook, it's interruption marketing. We're trying to interrupt them and capture their attention while they're doing something else. They're not there looking for the solution the way they are when they're going to Google and they're searching. That's a big part of why search engine optimization makes such a difference. Now we're going to talk about things that make a difference that help your website to rank higher. And we're going to go through this in just a minute, but things like the content on your website, the content on your blog, the keywords, the title tags, meta descriptions, the images, the alt text, the internal links. Things that you don't control but can help you would be your links that you build, the social media signals, and press. So the sentiment from social media can impact your ranking. That's one of the updates that we've seen from Google. And then technical SEO, how fast does your site lead? How fast does your site load? How big are your images? If you have a sitemap, using canonicals where you need them. This is a little more technical, but these are things that impact as well. Now, let's get into step number 2, and that is to better understand how Google, SEO, and organic traffic tie together. So you now know that search engine optimization is the process of getting more traffic from the search engine. So if you're wondering, why isn't my website or blog getting more traffic? If it's not optimized or it's not optimized properly, that's why you're not getting a lot of traffic. So either you've done it wrong or you haven't done it, because a website or blog that's not optimized for search is not going to get a lot of organic traffic. You're going to show up periodically for keywords, but you're not going to get a whole lot of traffic, because it's up to us to help Google understand our website. There are specific things that Google looks for, specific areas on your website that we need to optimize in a specific way to make it easier for Google to understand what that website is about. And I'm going to explain all of that in just a couple of minutes, okay? So you may be wondering, do I need SEO on my website or blog? You know, I've heard about it. It seems hard. It seems complicated. It's on my should-do list. It's not making it to my to-do list, because I sit down and I think learn SEO and I'm like, gosh, suddenly folding and putting away the laundry sounds really good. But the problem is, until you learn SEO and you do it the right way, you're not going to get the traffic that you need to grow your business. If you want organic traffic, you need SEO. It's just that simple. The reason you need it, I mean, we've talked about that's how you're going to get traffic, but let's go through this a little more. 99% of searchers only ever look at page 1. That means when they go to Google and they search, they're only going to look at maximum at the listings 1 through 10 on page 1. They're not going to click on page 2. 37% of them go to the website that is in position number 1. A mixture of 1, 2, and 3 collectively get about 60%. So if there's 100 searches a month for that particular keyword, about 60 of them will visit sites 1, 2, or 3. If you're not at the top of page 1, you're not getting traffic. If you're not on page 1, you're not getting traffic, period. But if you're not at the top, you're not maximizing your traffic opportunities. And the way you get to the top of page 1 or get to page 1 is through having an SEO content strategy and having content that is written for your consumer and optimized for the search engine. And we're going to talk more about that in just a couple of minutes. I want to go through the Google search results real quick, because I get a lot of questions about what's this, what's that. So what does it look like on Google? So this is a listing on Google. The very first thing, this is a search result. This is called a search result. It's on the SERP, S-E-R-P, which is the search engine results page. So your URL, your title tag is going to be beneath that, and your meta description will be beneath the title tag. And we're going to talk more in depth about those when we get to the section on exactly what do we do for our website. I'm going to teach you exactly what to do and give you the guidelines for those, so you make sure that yours show up the right way like these do, okay? So let's walk through an example. So the keyword here, that's the keyword that the consumer is searching for, is living room furniture. These are search engine results pages. So we have living room furniture on the left to be able to show all the different kinds of things. Then I did chocolate chip cookies, and I also did homes for sale, because I wanted to be able to show you the difference based on the type query. So we have some that have ads, some that don't. We have some that have maps, some that don't. We have some that have recipes, some that don't. We don't have any direct answers on this one. But just so you can see that there's a mix of information, the search engine results page doesn't always look exactly the same. It's going to be dependent upon what type of query. So let's go through and let's talk about this. At the very top, always, always, always at the top, are going to be the paid ads, because Google makes money for showing those ads. They make money when people click on them. So they're front and center. Now you may see ads that are like this Google shopping feed where there's pictures and text, or you may see text only ads. These cost money for every click, and remember, 3% is good. So out of 100 people who see these pictures or see these ads, it's really good if 3 people click on them. They do not show up for every search. Like you saw in the last example slide, the chocolate chip cookie search did not have ads. Now, the next one down are the organic listings. These are always beneath the ads. They often have the map on them, and we're going to look at the map in detail in a minute. These clicks are free, and these are the ones where we actually see a significantly higher click-through rate. This is where 34 to 37% of the people would click on number 1. So in this particular search, 34 to 37% of the people who land on this page would go to wayfair.com. So this is what we're looking at and what we're talking about. Your position here is earned through your search engine optimization work. You don't land in position 1 just because Google wants to be nice. Then we have some other search results. So the map listing, you probably are familiar with the map listing and seeing that. Recipes or direct answers. A direct answer is where Google just gives you the answer. You don't actually have to go to the website to check it out. Then there's some really fun content ideas. I love to use these to help me brainstorm content. The people also ask section. What furniture is usually in a living room? What should I buy for my living room? How much does a full living room set cost? These are fantastic potential blog posts. Now, depending on the keyword and can I rank for it and all the other stuff that we're going to talk about. And then related searches also can give you some really good ideas for potential blog posts or other products or things like that. Bonus here, even more content ideas is using Google's suggested search. So what you do here is go in and start typing in the keyword related to your business or your product or your service. So in this one, living room furniture is what I'm starting to type in. Google is guessing here what I might be interested in based on other people's searches. So this tells me people are currently searching furniture ideas, layout, near me, small spaces. These are all things that if I were optimizing for a furniture store and I were focusing on living room furniture, these are all things that I might consider blogging about because they're all things that people are interested in. I would choose my topic based on whether or not I could find a keyword I could target and rank for, and I'm going to teach you how to figure that out in just a couple minutes. So you're probably wondering, how do I get my website to show up high on Google? That's what we're going to start to get into now. The first thing is to better understand SEO keywords, how to choose them, and most importantly, how to use them. And then next, we're going to get into exactly what to do on your website itself. Choosing the right keyword is the single most important part of your search engine optimization. I'm going to say it again. It is the most important part. Your keyword selection is number 1 when it comes to whether or not your SEO works or doesn't work. You can get it wrong. You can choose the wrong keyword. You can do everything else right, and you're not going to get the results that you need. And that's where the frustration comes in. That's why a lot of you, when you've tried SEO and it hasn't worked, it's because your keyword targeting is incorrect. I know, no pressure at all. But let me walk you through how you choose the right keyword. I teach an entire module on SEO keywords and choosing the right one and how to use the tools and all of this in simple SEO content, like an in-depth module, because it's that important. So you can use different keyword research tools. You use whatever one you want, okay? Use the Google Keyword Planner, Small SEO Tools, SEMrush, Moz, Keywords Everywhere, Ubersuggest. You pick what works best for you. I have used the Google Keyword Planner and Moz for probably 10 years. I like both of them very much. Google's kind of made it a bit of a pain because now the Keyword Planner is within AdWords and you have to set up an AdWords account and all sorts of stuff to get access to it. Moz is great, but it's paid and it's over $100 a month for the account, which really you don't need as a small business owner or someone who's just learning how to use SEO. Many of my students use Ubersuggest and love it. It's designed to be easy for those who really don't have a big, strong background in SEO yet. And there's some great features of it. I've been testing it out and using it for a while now because my students love it and I want to be able to explain it and answer questions and things like that. So use the one that you want. What you're going to want to do is go in, use your tool, and start doing a little bit of research and brainstorming and choose the keyword that you think you want to optimize for. Find the keyword you think you want to use. Now I want you to go to Google and I want you to put that keyword in the search tab. And I want you to look at the search engine results page and see who shows up on page 1, who's really at the top, especially 1, 2, and 3. How similar are they to you? Are they sites that are very similar to you, or are they sites that are huge and big and they're national brands? Are there lots of ads? If there's lots of ads, there's a good chance that that's going to be a pretty competitive keyword. Are there lots of videos? You want to look for something where the websites that show up are similar to yours. If you find one and it's got big brands and a bunch of ads, it's probably not going to be a good keyword for you, okay? Now, the thing I want you to understand is that keyword search volume is not the most important factor, okay? The high search volume doesn't really mean it's going to convert and you're going to make money from it, okay? So often what we find are the keywords that actually convert better have less search volume. So let's walk through this real quick. From an awareness standpoint, decorating class. Seems like it could be a great word, but what kind of decorating? Cookie, cake, house, birthday party? I don't know. You don't know. The consumer using that doesn't know. Cookie decorating class. Okay, we're getting somewhere. If I could rank for cookie decorating class, that might be able to help me bring some people in who are interested. That might get me a few sales. Holiday cookie decorating class, that's getting a little further down the sales funnel. We have a better idea. Christmas cookie decorating class. Ooh, this person knows exactly what they want. Now, if I can rank in position 1 for something like Christmas cookie decorating class, I can probably sell my Christmas cookie decorating class. So even though there's significantly less search volume for Christmas cookie decorating class than cookie decorating class, if I offer a Christmas cookie decorating class and I use that term to optimize my page, and I'm going to walk through exactly what that means, there's a good chance I could rank high for that term and get more people to my website. So 70 searches a month. If we got 30-some% of that, we'd get 20-some people clicking on our site. Imagine if you got 20 leads a month for your class just because you optimized the web page for the right keyword. That would change your business. And then if you do that on 10 pages, or you blog, and you blog weekly, you're going to see very quickly how it compounds. The same way that your investment account has compounded interest and suddenly snowballs and makes a ton of money, it's the same concept. Because if you go from 1 page that's driving traffic to 10 pages that's driving traffic to 50 pages that are driving traffic, you start getting a lot more traffic. And when you have more traffic, as long as your website can convert them, it's got the information they're looking for, you're going to make a lot more money. The more specific the search query, the closer they are to conversion. Very often, keywords with less search volume can actually help you make more money. And they're sometimes easier to rank for because they're not as competitive. So it can be a really good thing. What I want you to know and take away from this is that if you can rank high on page 1, for the keyword that a consumer is using when searching for products or services that you sell, you will sell more. You will make more money because people who are interested, who are looking for what you offer, are finding you because you've done your optimization and you're showing up. It really is that easy. So now, step number 4. This is exactly what you need to do to better understand what to do for SEO on your website or blog. So grab your pen and paper because this is going to be the really important section. You need to optimize every page of your website that you want people to find on Google. Now, you may have pages that you don't want people to find on Google. Maybe you have a login section, you have an area that's password protected. Don't optimize those pages. You only need to optimize the pages that you want people to find on Google, the pages that you're hoping for them to find. And we're going to talk in a minute about what those pages probably are. So just a quick refresh, what does it look like? And in just a moment, we're going to talk through what these different elements are. SEO is your chance to tell Google exactly what your website is about, so Google knows who to show it to. It's literally your chance to say, hey, Google, would you show my website to people who are interested in these 3 subjects, these 3 things? And then Google's like, yeah, I sure will. Thanks for creating this and making it easier for me. People are searching for your business. Whether they know it or not, whether you know it or not, there are people searching for you right now. They may not know your name. They may not know that you have a solution, but they're searching for an answer to their problem. They're searching for something, and you have to help them find you. So do you need to do SEO like we talked about? Yeah. So let's go through this super quick. Everybody clicks on the search listings, the organic, not the ads. We have a 10x increase in clicks on organic versus ads. Remember, Google ads, 3% is good. Organic, 37% is generally what we see for position number 1. If you're not at the top of page 1, you're not going to get organic traffic because nobody goes to page 2. 99% of searchers, meaning 99 out of 100, do not click page 2. The only people who are clicking further, like page 2, page 3, page 4, are you or your best friend or your mom when they're looking for your website. Nobody else is clicking that far to find you. So we've got to get you moved up to page 1. And the way that we get you moved up to page 1 is by doing search engine optimization and doing it the right way. Because if searchers can't find you, they're going to find the competition. Just because you're not doing SEO doesn't mean that the competitor down the street isn't doing it. So you can sit and say, you know what, I'm going to learn that later. I'll do it later. I'll figure it out later. But the guy down the street is already starting. And if he can figure it out and do it right, he's going to be the one that they find because he's the one who did it. So you really need to do this in order to help your business grow and in order to be competitive in today's digital marketplace. If your business is online, you have a website or a blog, you need SEO to grow. Because remember, like we talked about, if you do everything else right for SEO, but you choose a keyword that you can't rank on page 1 for, you're not going to get results. It's just not going to happen. Because if you choose a keyword where all the websites that are showing up, let's pretend that you're going to go after the keyword mirrors. And you think mirrors are going to be great because you have this awesome little antique store in your community and you sell the coolest mirrors and you're like, mirrors is the word I need. But then you look online and Nordstrom and Home Goods and Target and Pottery Barn are all ranking at the top of page 1 for mirrors. You, my friend, are never going to beat them. I'm sorry, I'm not being mean. I'm just the truth, the honest to goodness truth is you're not going to beat them in Google's eyes. They're never going to put your website above them and leave it there. They might test it once. They're not going to leave it there because Google doesn't think that you're as authoritative as they are on that particular subject. So the word mirrors is never going to work. We've got to look for an alternative. We've got to look for something that's going to be better. Maybe we talk about antique mirrors, maybe specific types, maybe mercury glass mirrors, maybe antique mercury glass mirrors, etc. You're going to have to go through and do some research to figure out exactly what it is. So you got to find the right keyword. That's going to be the core. I teach so much on this in simple SEO content just because it's so important. So now, what exactly do you need to do? One keyword for every page. Choose one keyword and verify that you can rank for it. Now, I do teach my exact process inside class. I can't teach everything here in this training, but I've given you enough to help you get started, okay? But if you do join me in class, there is a full module and an in-depth process for this. Then you're going to use that keyword on that page and a maximum of one other page on your website or blog. So you're going to need to keep track of where you're using your keywords, because Google will only show your website a maximum of 2 times for a given keyword. This is one of the big mistakes that people make. They target the exact same keyword. They use the same meta description, the same title tag on every page of their entire website, and they don't get results because Google's only going to show you twice. So you now have one opportunity, basically 2 opportunities to rank because you're targeting one keyword. They're only going to show 2 pages. Versus if you optimize with a unique keyword, now you have 10 opportunities, 15, 20, 30. That's where that compounded interest effect comes into play, because now we're casting a much wider net and we're reaching our customers in different places and bringing them into our website or blog. So now, how exactly do you do SEO on your website? You're going to start by choosing one keyword for each page, one unique keyword that you have used on no more than one other page in your entire website. You're going to use that keyword in all the places that Google is going to look for it so that Google understands what that page is about. That means you're going to use it in your title tag. Your title tag is a maximum of 60 characters, and that includes spaces, okay? You want to keep it under 60 characters because that allows you to control the title tag versus having it truncate. Your title tag you can format in a couple different ways. You can write it in sentence format. You can do keyword, pipe, keyword, or keyword, pipe, business name. It's a good idea to put your business name in there rather than just a bunch of keywords so people really know what they're looking at. Then you're going to have a meta description. Your meta description is a maximum of 160 characters, also including spaces. This should be written in sentence form. It should use your primary keyword at least once. It can include your business name. It should give a little bit of insight, a little bit of information about your website, because the title tag and the meta description are what's getting somebody to look and say, oh, yes, this site looks like it does have what I need. These both show up in Google in the search results. Then in your copy, you're going to want to make sure you're using the keyword. It's important to use that keyword in the first paragraph as well as in your headers that break up your sections of copy. It's a good idea to use it in there. Then you're going to want to use it in your image file name, and you're going to want to use dashes, the ones that look like minus signs in between the words in your image file name, because Google reads those as a space. You're going to also want to use your keyword in your URL. So in your actual URL name, that's one of the best practices from an SEO standpoint. Now, the next question I generally get is, how much copy do I need to have? There is no set preferred number of words according to Google. What I've always told my students and my clients to do is that we write for the audience. We do not write for the search engine. We write for the audience. That means we use as many words as necessary to tell the story, to anticipate the questions that they're going to have, and to provide helpful content. Then we optimize for the search engine. But we write for the audience first because they're important. They're who we're writing for. Then you do the optimization work so that Google understands what it's about and shows it to them. So where do you do SEO on your website? Which pages? Like we said, any page that you want people to find in Google, any page that could provide content, that could provide information, answers, questions, things like that. Generally speaking, you're going to use your homepage, your about, product, service, contact pages, and then your blog. Your blog should be all content that supports your products, your services, your business. Everything on your blog should tie back to your business in one way or another. The way that I recommend that we do content on the blog is to choose a maximum of 4 subject areas that are closely tied to your core business priorities, your products, your services, and to write 1 post each month for each of those areas. So writing 4 posts per month means 1 a week. That way you're always talking to your ideal customer, you're helping them. So my business, I talk mainly about SEO or search engine optimization, blogging, content marketing, and then my 4th area, I put in either a little bit of information on business building or marketing in general. So that's kind of where I go as far as what I cover on my blog. And then it ties back to my business, which is content marketing and SEO. See how that works? That's what you want to do, is to really be strategic about it. Create content that's going to help your audience. Make sure that you're looking for content opportunities where there's interest. People are already interested in it. You're using those Google suggested searches. You're using people may ask. You're getting ideas from keyword research. And then you're writing this great content that's super helpful because Google wants you to create helpful content. They had a whole algorithm update about it, and it is the Google Helpful Content Update. So you want to make sure that you are anticipating questions, you're providing value, you're giving your insights and your personal experience with this product, this service. You're answering this based on your experience. And then you're optimizing that content that you create following Google's search engine optimization best practices so that you get more traffic to your content that you're writing. That is how you supercharge your content with SEO, my friend. So if you take one single thing away from today's training, I want you to know you can learn SEO. You can rank at the top of page 1 so that you get free website traffic, more leads, and you make more money. I want you to know that you can do this. You do not have to spend thousands on a professional SEO strategist, though if you want to hire one, I do work one-on-one with a select group of clients, so let's chat. If you are going through this and you're thinking, this sounds amazing, and I need to do this for my business, but I absolutely do not have the bandwidth to do it myself, and I need to hire someone to do it, send me an email, rachel@etchedmarketing.com, and we'll chat. Or go to the website, go to the Work with Rachel page. It's got all my package information, my pricing, everything. I'm very transparent. I would love to work with you, whether you hire me or you decide you want to join me in class. Do you wish there was an easy way to do this? An easy way to learn how to do SEO for your website, how to pick the right content topics, how to know that the content ideas that you're writing about people actually care about so that you don't write blog posts that nobody reads anymore? Would you like to know that you could start getting more traffic, better quality leads, those people who are actually searching for you rather than the people you're having to try to interrupt and catch their attention and pull them away from something else, and start making more money quickly and then see that crazy compounded effect over time? And you don't want to have to waste hours trying to Google and YouTube your way out of this and sitting there with your head in your hands because you're like, oh my gosh, I can't figure this out. Everybody's contradicting everybody else, and you feel like you're just wasting hours that you could have done something else. Or you're watching videos or reading blog posts and you're like, I am more confused now than when I started. That's the problem with a lot of the people who teach SEO, is they don't really know how to speak actual human being, which is my specialty. I think it's what I've spent the last decade doing, is translating super techie SEO people to super smart marketers who are humans and helping them understand. And now today I take that and I teach it to business owners who are super smart but don't have that technical background and make it easy for you to understand. So if you're thinking, gosh, I wish I could learn SEO, search engine optimization, easy. I wish there was somebody who could explain it to me like a real person, step by step, walk me through, answer my questions, show me where I've messed up so that I can get this done and start getting results, so that I can get the organic traffic, which brings in the better leads and helps me make more money, then you're invited. I would love to have you join me in simple SEO content. And I'm going to tell you all about it because I believe this is by far the best SEO content class out there. And I cannot wait to have you hopefully join me in class. This is the only program that is designed to help you create content that attracts your ideal customer when they're ready to buy and shows you how to get ridiculous amounts of free traffic to your website from Google. I'm going to teach you the entire strategy. You're going to learn how to create exactly what your ideal customer wants. Not to guess anymore, but to know how to do it and to know how to choose the right keyword so that you can rank at the top of Google, so that it can convert. Your content will convert so that you can make more money and you don't have to buy ads. This is designed especially for you, the busy entrepreneur who needs results quickly and consistently. Remember, I'm a mom. I have a family. I now work 2 days a week. I don't believe in wasting time. I believe in maximizing our efforts and our results. I believe in very focused work time, getting as much done as possible without distraction so that you get results, but you don't have to be tied to your desk all day long, every day. I don't want to spend every day at my desk, and I don't think you do either. So this course is going to teach you, it's going to change your life. It's going to change how you look at how you run your business, how you look at how you get your traffic to your website. It's going to fix all those website traffic woes that you have right now. There are modules to teach you every step of the way. Module number 1, we're going to go through another review, how SEO works. A little more in depth, going through a little more that you really need to know, because when you understand how SEO works, how search engine optimization works, when you know what happens behind the scenes at Google and what they look at on your website, it's a whole lot easier for you to dive in and start doing the work and getting the results. You will get better results when you understand how the process works. And that's what module number 1 is all about, is understanding how this process works. I am going to share my tips and tricks. I'm going to teach you how to rank at the top of page 1 in Google, because that's where you need to be to get the traffic. In module 2, we're going to talk about the kind of content that you're going to create and where you're going to create content and why you're going to create certain types of content so that you get results, okay? There's no more time wasted creating the wrong content or creating content that doesn't connect with your customer or creating content in the wrong marketing channel. We're going to talk about what you need to create and why and where so that you can get results. You need to drive traffic and revenue with everything that you create. There is no point in creating content for the sake of creating content. That is a waste of time, my friend, and that is what leads to having to work 50 hours a week to try to make things work better for you. And then in module 3, we're going to get down and dirty, and you are going to learn what kind of content you should create. This module alone is worth the cost of the course, because this is the one where we unlock all the answers to what does my ideal customer want me to create? What should I blog about? What do I do? How often do I do this? That's everything you're going to learn. Exactly how to find the ideas, how to determine what content you're going to create for your ideal customer. And you're going to learn how we repurpose content from one channel to another, because every idea that you come up with, everything you learn in module 3, you're going to learn how to come up with the best ideas, Those ideas are going to work for your blog, your email, your social media. They're going to work for all of your marketing channels. You do not have to create unique content everywhere. And that's exactly what you're going to learn. So you can take what you learned in Module 3 and you can apply that to your website, your blog, your social media, your email, all of it, which makes it so powerful. This is where you really start to supercharge your content production performance, because you're creating content that you know there is interest in. You know your ideal customer wants. You're going to create that content, and then you're going to take it a step further. You're going to choose the perfect keyword, and you're going to optimize it perfectly for Google so that you get traffic. This is where you start making money. So this is another student, Maggie, who talked about having had all the content ideas, compiled it, but didn't really know how to make any of it work. So going through course gave her the step-by-step and the tools to put all that content to work for. So they were creating content, but they weren't getting results. Now they're getting results. So they can create less content and get better results because now they're being strategic about it. That's what I want for you. Then in Module 4, we're going to go straight into the keywords, and you're going to learn how to choose the keyword every time. The perfect keyword. And the perfect keyword is the keyword that you can rank at the top of Google for. There are going to be questions. Everybody, every single student, every single client I work with has questions about keywords. That's normal. You're going to want to ask me questions. That's good. That's what I'm there for. I'm here to help you learn. You are going to go through this module. You are going to learn how to choose the right keyword. You will then have the confidence to choose keywords for everything that you do from this point out. And you will know that you are choosing the right one, and you will start to see those results. Module 5, we're going to go through and we're going to talk about the quick and easy content wins. I am going to teach you how to analyze your current rankings, your current opportunities, how to identify them, how to analyze them, and how to prioritize them so that you can get a jump start on your search engine optimization and start getting traffic often in less than 90 days with these keywords. Because we know SEO itself is a long game, but there's almost always something that we can do. We can give it just a little bit of love, a little bit of extra love, and we can get it moving higher in Google search results faster, which will allow you to start getting that traffic coming in and start making a little bit of money faster. And then you can continue working on your long-term pieces as well. But this module is all about quick and easy and getting you started and helping you start to see some traffic wins in that first 90-day period generally. So this was another student who said she bought the course, wrote a blog post, optimized it, thought she did it all wrong. She asked me for verification in the student group, and we did verify that she had it right. She just was a little nervous. It's now on page 1. Now, it was one of the low-hanging fruit. It was quick and easy win, so she shouldn't be surprised, but she's still thrilled that it worked and the strategies helped, and she was able to get to position number 1 for a term related to her business. She's now getting traffic and leads from that blog post that she wrote. This happened within 90-ish days of when she took the course. So it's not only like I've done a case study on it to make sure that these strategies would work, and it's working for current students. Module number 6, this is a fun one because who doesn't like to snoop on the competition? In this module, you're going to learn how to snoop through and figure out what your competitors are doing from an SEO and content perspective. I'm going to teach you how to do my content analysis that I developed and had my team do when I was at the agency. This is the same content analysis process that we used on 6-figure clients. I'm going to show you how to do it for you and your competitors. When you understand how to go through and look at them strategically and figure out what they're doing and how they're ranking, you can then beat them at this, and that's the best part. So you're going to learn how to go through and do the analysis, but you're also going to learn how to take that information, craft a strategy, and beat your competition. And that's my favorite part of Module 6. I love using SEO and content tools to beat the competition at their own game. It's awesome. Module 7, we're going to hop into perfect content planning. In this module, you're going to learn how to take all the ideas, all the brainstorms, the topics that you've researched, the keyword research that you've done, that you know these topics are going to work. Now we're going to streamline it, and we're going to choose specific topic areas that you're going to focus on. And we're going to make this process super easy, just easy and simple for you to figure out what you're going to write about each week. So we're going to break it down into some topic areas. We're going to prioritize those based on our quick and easy wins, based on the competitive information, based on your business, your strategy, what you want to sell, all of that. So you're going to learn how to do all of that. You're going to have a couple spreadsheets and things in the course that are going to help you so that you can do all of this. Then you're going to create your 30-day content plan that you're going to use for your website, your blog, your email, your social media content. All of those areas are going to be covered. Your website and blog, you're probably going to have one or the other. You may have a website page or a blog post. You may not have both, and that's okay. But you're going to learn how to do all of this one content plan across all channels. So Andrea is another client. Andrea and I worked on figuring out her content focus. She's a realtor. We've figured out what her focus areas are, really got her niched in, zeroed in on who she wanted to work with and what she wanted to do and what type of content she should start creating. She had not yet even gotten her blog posts done. So she started doing a few reels, a few social pieces, using some of these new content topics that we had talked about, we'd researched, we'd come up with. She was going to write her blog posts on them. Well, the first one she did, the very first one, she got 2 appointments. This is how powerful it is. This is also where you can start to see those quick and easy wins come into play. So, we have Sandy, who's one of the students who ranked in position number 1 for that blog post that she wrote, and she was afraid she'd done it all wrong, and she actually had it perfect. We have Andrea, who didn't even get the blog post written yet, but took that content idea that we researched, that we determined was the right one, we chose the keyword, all of that, created the social video to go with it, and she got 2 appointments. So this is how it all works. It makes such a difference for you. Module number 8 is, I'm going to walk you through the process, step by step, how you plan your content, how you produce your content, how you do everything in a batch so that it's easier. You don't have to be writing a blog post every single week. I do my blog content about once a quarter. I do my emails either monthly or once a quarter, depending on availability. You do not have to be doing this stuff every day. You can batch this, you can plan it ahead. I'm going to walk you through the entire process. Super easy to follow. This is a process that I developed when I oversaw the content production team at the agency, and we were producing large-scale amounts of content for clients on a regular basis. And we had to come up with a really good process because we had a lot of content going out of our department. So this is exactly what you get. By the end of this module, you are going to know exactly how to plan and create your content in the fastest, easiest way possible. Jen is another student and client both. She was focusing more on YouTube. That was her big focus. And then we came in and it's like, well, you really do need to blog as well. You should really be doing that. So she was kind of overwhelmed trying to do it all. We sat down. She went through the content planning class. She got the tips. She streamlined her process and is much, much less overwhelmed. And it's making a huge difference for her now because now she's taking her same idea for her blog, her YouTube, and her Instagram. All 3 of them are the same idea, just positioned slightly differently to follow the best practices of that channel. In module number 9, you're going to learn how to optimize your website. You are going to walk through step by step so that you know exactly what to do to make sure that that website page or blog post that you're creating ranks at the top of Google's results so that you get organic traffic. So everything that we do in this class is working all of these steps together, culminating in step 9 where we optimize that content. So we've crafted the perfect idea, we've verified it, we've used SEO tools to help us find the perfect idea that our customer is interested in. We've chosen a keyword where we can rank at the top of page 1, and now we're going to do all the pieces, all the optimization pieces, and you've got a downloadable SEO checklist. This is one that I've given to my clients and students for years that's going to give you that easy to reference reminder. What do I do before I push publish on any new blog post page or web page? You're going to know exactly what to do to get traffic from Google after going through this module. There's Sandy saying, it's so easy. It was the perfect course for diving into a deeper understanding of SEO and how it works. Gave enough information, not overwhelming. Finished the course ahead of schedule. Sandy binge watched Netflix style. I think she finished the course in like 3 days. But she was empowered and well equipped to take action, writing her blog post. She was able to use the measurement tools. She's ranking on the first page in the first position for her targeted keyword. She said she's so happy that she took the investment of it because the course and her actions allowed her to drive actual results to her business. Just buying the course is not going to solve it. You do have to do the work in the course, but you know that. We all know that. Module 10. This is going to be all about link building. So the 2 most important factors from an SEO standpoint are the content on your website and the links to your website. So it's content plus links equals traffic. So you have to learn how to get links in the right manner because Google's had several big algorithm updates, big penalties, all sorts of stuff in the last decade. One was related to content, one was related to links. What we have to make sure we're doing is that we're creating the right type of links. There are a lot of rules around link building. There's a lot of really bad misinformation out there. There are a lot of people who are still selling outdated, spammy, bad link building advice and things that will get you in trouble with Google. So this module is all about what Google wants you to do, how to build links, how to find them, how they're going to help your business. You need to build links. I'm going to tell you right now, your website needs links to it no matter how many you have, because the more links you have, the higher your domain starts to go up, the easier it is for you to rank at the top of Google search results. So module 10, you're going to walk away from this module understanding how to reach out and how to identify really good link opportunities for you so that your website can rank higher and get more traffic. I have another win here. This one, she got interviewed. This is Sandy again. She got interviewed for an article on Shondaland, which is huge. Sandy's in the home organization. Home tidying, sorry, not home organization. She's a certified Marie Kondo tidier, home tidying expert. She was interviewed for an article on Shondaland. It got published. She did go to check her website ranking, and she was sad because it had only gone up by about 1 point. So her question was, is this normal? You know, it feels slow. So she and I had a discussion about that. They had not actually found her link to Shondaland yet. So she actually had gone up a point from something else. She did get a little better boost after her one from Shondaland. That's why you want to have somebody on your side who can help teach you all of this and help answer your questions so that you can really see what's going on, because it can feel frustrating right there. She was a little sad that it was slow. It wasn't slow. It was that the link hadn't been credited to her yet. So I showed her what tools to use to go see if they had discovered the link yet. All right, module 11. This is the last module. So that's why it says yay. Module 11 teaches you how to determine the ROI or the return on investment for what you're doing from an SEO and content standpoint. You are going to learn how often to look at keyword rankings, how often to look at domain authority that's directly tied to your link building, how often to look at traffic, what to look at in Google Analytics, so that you really truly understand the full picture of what's going on your website and in your SEO and content performance, so that you can analyze, this looks like it's a win. Look at that. This keyword is moving up. I bet I'm going to start seeing traffic tied to that soon. And then the next month when you look and you see traffic tied to that page, you're like, I knew that. Look at me. You're going to understand how it all works, and you're going to be able to prove to yourself where your traffic is coming from, which pages you've created or which blog posts you've created are sending you the most leads. There's so much. You will have the confidence to know that you are getting results, and you'll be able to know if there's something that you should adjust to get even better results. This is one of my favorite ones. This is Meg. She and I've known each other for years now. Meg did not want to learn SEO. She was anti-SEO when we first met. She is Facebook ads. She worked for Facebook at one point. That's her love, is Facebook ads. SEO felt too big. It was complicated. She wanted nothing to do with it. I broke it down for her, trained her, taught her how to do it. It has become a huge piece of her business revenue growth over the last 4 years. She can see the pages that are making money and see that the traffic is coming from search. She says she can't imagine how far behind she had been. She also told me that she knows, it took about 12 months, like I told her it would, and that once we hit that period, she had done everything. She was writing the right kind of posts. She was optimizing them. She was building her links. She got to the point that it started to happen around the 12-month period. And now 3 years later, those posts are still sending her leads on a regular basis. That's what I want for you, my friend. This is going to change everything. This is going to allow you the freedom and the flexibility to work a part-time schedule if that's what you desire. It's going to allow you to go to the beach for the day or to go work remote for a while, because you don't have to be involved every single day in the day-to-day grind of your business. You can learn how to batch produce. You can learn how to create content that's going to drive leads. Your life can be a lot easier, and that's what I want for you. So simple SEO content is 11 modules. As a reminder, here's the first 6. There's so many, it has to be on 2 slides because it's a big class. So you are going to learn everything step by step, from how Google works to how to find the right type of content, how to find the right keyword, how to plan it, how to snoop on the competitors, how to produce it, what to do on your website, how to build links to your website, and then finally what to track. You are going to learn everything you need to know to be successful at SEO and content. Now, I have revised this course. I had the simple SEO course. I have revised it and expanded it and added in all of the content side based on the requests from my students. They wanted me to teach them all about how content and SEO work together. So that's what we're doing now. So if you were to hire me, because like I said, I do take on a few clients, the package to hire me to do this for you is $5,000. And I will snoop on your competitors. I will put together a content plan for you for 90 days. I will give you some blog post ideas. I'll optimize 8 pages of your website. Like, I will get you started for $5,000. Now, I know not everybody can afford that. Some of my clients can, but some can't. And that honestly is why I developed the academy side of the business, because not everybody can afford to hire someone to do it for them. The academy side empowers you to learn how to do it and to keep it within budget. So because I know that, I am offering this class for $997. Now, I could certainly sell it for more, and I probably will in the future. But at the moment, I am offering it at $997 because I want you to be able to do this, to leverage the power of SEO and content, and I don't want the price point to be a hindrance. So you can get started now. There's a button right there. If you are ready to sign up, you can, it's up to you. You can pay in full, one payment at $997, or you can do a 3-pay at $397. It is completely up to you. It does not make a difference to me as to which one you go with. Go with the one that fits your budget the best, that makes you the happiest right now and the most excited to join me in class. You're also going to get some bonuses. So hands-on coaching, I'm sure you've seen by now, there are questions and comments in our private student Facebook group. I'm going to show you, I'm going to answer your questions. That's what I'm here for. That's my job. You're going to get the support you need. You're going to get the clarity. You can ask questions as we go. I'm going to take care of all of that for you. You also are going to have an email opt-in training, because a lot of what we're doing here also applies to finding the perfect email opt-in for your business. And you want an email opt-in. You want to grow an email list, because your email list and your website, your blog traffic, those are the only things you truly own. You're borrowing your social media. You're borrowing your social media followers. Those are owned by Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and whoever else. And if they're, as we know, if their algorithm shifts, you're not going to have the visibility that you have today. And we've seen it happen 100 times. Or suddenly they want you to create a format type that you hate. How many people were pushing back when Reels came out and were like, I am not doing that. I'm not dancing. I'm not doing any of that. That's why you need to have an email list. You own your email list. You can nurture your potential students, your potential clients through that email list. I'm going to teach you how to find the opt-in that's going to excite them to register and to join your world and to start learning from you. And then finally, we do personalized website reviews in our student group. You can, when you're ready, when you've done your SEO, you've gone through the course, you've done your updates, you want to know, did I get it right? You can request that website review, and I'll look at it with you and go through and tell you if I see anything else that you could do that will help you benefit. You're going to learn so much in this class. Dinara is another student. She's a realtor. She was very, very reluctant to learn about SEO. She was scared, but she's been able to be in there. She's asked questions. She's gotten the answers she's needed, and she's been able to move forward and get results. And that's what I want for you. I want you to get results. I want you to see those rankings at the top of Google. I want you to see your keyword ranking report and see 1s and 2s and 3s and be excited. I want you to see that traffic coming in. I want you to see those leads. And more than anything, I want you to see those emails that come in that tell you you sold your product, or you sold your service, you booked this, or a potential customer reaches out to you and says, I want to look at a house with you. I love your blog post. I want you to have those results, because that feels good and it grows your business. I want you to come in and try the course and learn. If you find that this is not for you, you do need to do the work. You do need to show me the work. So you do need to go through your ideal customer workbook. You do need to work on brainstorming some ideas. You need to do a little bit of keyword research in those first 14 days. If you're like, you know what, this is not for me. This is too much work. This is not what I'm interested in. I regret doing this. Show me that you've given it your best effort, and let's chat. And if it's really, truly not for you, I'll give you a refund. I don't want you to be in a course that you hate. I want you to be excited the way that my best students are. They are excited to be in there because they're learning and they're doing and they're getting results. And the course is designed for you to get results. I give you homework to help with the accountability, so that you know what you're supposed to be doing when, so that you can make sure you're getting through it. Because that's one of the biggest things that I heard from students is, I need a little help. I need a little push, Rachel. So that's why we do it that way. You can go at your own pace. You can watch and rewatch the videos as many times as you want, okay? You can binge it Netflix style. You can do it in a weekend. You can take it over 3 months, watching one course each week and working on one module. Do what fits your lifestyle. I don't believe in telling you what pace you have to go through it. I just want you to go through it. Now let's talk about a couple of questions that students often ask before they enroll in simple SEO content. Sometimes they want to know is it really going to be easy? How hard is this going to be? It is going to be easy because I've spent the last 12 years in this, but I've spent the last 10 translating and helping people understand, smart people who just don't have a background in SEO, to understand. Gosh, it's been longer than that because I was teaching this, it's probably been the last 12, 15 years, teaching marketing and teaching SEO and helping to explain it. So I know where people get stuck. I know where the questions are. I know the concepts that are extra confusing. And so I know how to break them down and make them easy and give examples. I also give you lots of worksheets to help you, if you need to identify your ideal customer. Maybe you think you've got it, but you're not sure. Well, there's an ideal customer guidebook. When you're trying to figure out what content you're going to create, well, there's a guide sheet to work with that. When you're trying to figure out how to do a report, I don't just tell you you need to do a report. I give you a template that is the same one I use with my clients that says, here's what you report on, and has little notes to tell you. The same thing with page optimization. Here's what you need. And the page optimization template, even better, has the formulas in place to tell you if you're writing it to the correct length for Google. I'm just giving you every tool that I have to make this as easy for you as possible because I want you to be able to implement it as quickly as you can, and I want you to be able to succeed. I succeed when you succeed. You may be wondering if SEO or content will work for your business, your niche. I'm going to tell you with full confidence, yes. So I have worked or have students in just about every industry. There isn't one I've come across yet that you cannot use SEO and content as one of your biggest marketing channels. So if you're really unsure and you really wonder, put a note in the chat and let's talk about it. But yes, you can do this. It will work in your industry. Diana is fun. Diana is both a makeup artist and a realtor. She's a student of mine. She has been able to take everything she's learned, and she said she likes that I teach the way things work, why things work the way they do, but also that it's so easy and step by step so that you understand what you need to do to complete the work. All of her leads came from Google. So she's gotten to the point that she doesn't have to rely as much on ads now because she's getting so many leads from Google. You are going to have questions. That is natural. That's part of the learning process. We all have questions. There's nothing wrong with asking them. That's what I'm here for. I am going to answer them in our private student Facebook group. So you have a question, you go in there and you pose your question. And I answer back. You're going to get the information that you need. We also do hot seats or website reviews. So when there are deep dive questions, we had an SEO blog review. We dug into ways to build links to a website. We've done blog content brainstorming. We've done all sorts of things in the student group. All you do is let me know I'm stuck. I need help. I love it because there is nothing I love more than content strategy. I'm a word nerd. I love coming up with ideas for it. So we work on it together. We do a live, we hop on Zoom, we open it up to the rest of the student group, we share it there so everybody can learn from it. You may wonder, can I see an ROI? How am I going to know if it's working? You absolutely will. So I alluded to this a little bit earlier with Meg. She knew exactly what to do following the training. She knew exactly what to do to rank. She knew that it was going to take 12 months or so. She started to see the results in that 12-month period, and now 3+ years later, it's still paying off. And like she said in the other, when I shared her stuff earlier, she can look at her reports and know what's coming from search, from organic traffic, because she understands the analytics information now because I taught her what to look for. You can do this. You can learn and have confidence and be able to use SEO on any website or blog for any business that you are ever involved in. You don't have to take another class just because you decide to launch a second business. You're still going to have the exact same skill set. You're going to know where to go. You're not going to have a problem. Maybe you're wondering if I should hire a professional. If you want to hire a professional, let's chat. Like I said, I take on a few clients at a time. My done-for-you client services prices range anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, depending on what you're looking for. There is information on those packages on the website. Put a note here. Happy to chat with you about it. This is a client I've worked with for the last 4 years. Maybe we're even coming up on 5 years now. We've worked together for years. Their visibility is through the roof. When we first started working together, their SEO traffic had been down for like 2 years consecutive. We have gone up every month. We have beaten our prior year every year. We send it. SEO or organic traffic is their number one source of traffic. It is their number one source of leads. Like, it is fantastic. It has worked so well. That's what I want for you. So whether you do this yourself through the course or you hire me, either way works. Whatever is better for you. I just want you to do this and get the results from it. That's really what's the most important to me, is that you do this, because it will make the difference. This course is for small business owners, course creators, coaches, bloggers, online entrepreneurs. You're going to have everything that you need. If you are a realtor, I do have a bonus option with a real estate content module. Just let me know when you enroll and I'll make sure you get access to that as well. Just let me know that you are a realtor and I'll get you access to that, because there is some bonus real estate content available to you. If you are ready, I would love to have you register. I cannot wait to meet you in class. You are going to learn so much. This is going to change everything for you, and I am so excited for you. So just as a reminder, there are 11 modules, from how SEO works to why we create content, the in-depth what content should I create. This is where you're going to never stare at a blank screen again. You are going to have ideas, and then you're going to pair module 3 with module 4, and you're going to use the keyword research tools to help you come up with the content ideas for module 3, but also then module 4 to verify exactly how to phrase it and what keyword to use so that you can rank at the top of Google. Then we're going to look at which ones are some really quick and easy content wins. How do we get that kickstart, that 90-day traffic? Then we're going to learn how to snoop on the competition so we can beat them at what they're doing. Then we're going to talk about perfect content planning, how to plan your content for 90 days and then up to 30 days and then up to 90 days for your different channels, and how to repurpose what you're creating on one page, on one site. So how to use your blog post and to create that for your social media and for your email list and all the different things. I have a content repurposing guide that you'll be able to download. Then you're going to learn how to create your content as easily and streamlined as possible using the process that I've developed and refined over the last decade. Then you're going to do the step-by-step walkthrough of how exactly you optimize your website, exactly what you do to make sure that Google understands what every single page of your website is about. Then you're going to move on and you're going to learn how to build links from other websites to help your overall SEO so that you can rank higher and get more traffic. And then finally, you're going to learn how to prove your ROI, how to understand the numbers, how to look at your Google Analytics report and know how much traffic is coming from search. Is this working? How many people are checking out my blog post? Are they engaging with it? How is my keyword ranking? Is my link building working? Is my domain authority increasing? You're going to learn all of that. You are going to be empowered to do everything you need to for SEO and content. And then as a reminder, your bonus is you've got the hands-on coaching. That's me. You have an SEO content expert in your back pocket to help you through this and guide you through. You're going to have the email opt-in training video so that you can learn how to build your email list through your SEO and content work. Then you're going to have a personalized website review like some of the other students did, where we do the hot seat or the deep dive and we go through and we look at it. And what do you need to do? Is this exactly Is this right? Are there questions you have? You've got that, so you have somebody to guide you and help you so that you know that you're doing everything you can so that you will get results. If you are ready, you can sign up now, right now during this this recorded training class. Sign up. You'll get your chance to hop right in there. You will have access to everything as soon as your registration goes through. You'll receive an email that will give you access to the entire course. You will have access to the guidebooks and the worksheets and things to download. You can get started. I want you to start with your Module 1, how SEO works, and get into that lesson right away. And then also go through Module 2. They're both pretty quick modules. Hop into Module 2 to learn about what kind of content that you create, so you're going to be ready then your next session to start on Module 3 to really dig into how do I figure out exactly what content I'm creating. You can do this. You can learn SEO. You can learn how to use SEO to craft your content strategy. When you use search engine optimization tools as your foundation, your search engine keywords, your consumer interest, you use that as your foundation for your content development, and then you optimize that content for Google, you will supercharge your website traffic. You will see results that will beat your competitors every time because you will know exactly what you're doing. You will get more traffic, generate more leads, and you will make more money because you will be ranking at the top of Google for the terms your ideal customer is searching for products or services that are related to your business. This works. This is not a shiny object. This is not some pipe dream. This is a proven digital marketing strategy I have been using for more than a decade to drive crazy results for clients. This is the strategy that allows me to run my business 2 days a week and maintain the income that I want for my time. This can work for you as well. I hope that you will sign up. I cannot wait to meet you in class, and I cannot wait to celebrate your wins with you.